Bobby, always a pleasure to see you here at Derby County. Not wishing to make you feel old, but over 40 years now since you first arrived at the football club. Can you take me back to those days?
Firstly, can I just say, you don't have to try and make me feel old. You just got to look at me. I've got white hair, a white beard, yeah, and I forget things as well. So what was your question again? No, I'm only joking. It was interesting. I'm sure this story's been told before. When I'd just been down to Arsenal on 4 or 5 day trial, and I was in the manager's office at Arsenal wanting to sign a contract, but he was only offering 1 year, and they get a phone call saying Derby County want to sign me, and Peter Taylor has been on the phone, they want to sign me, what do you want to do? And to be fair to Arsenal, Terry Neal, who was the manager, said, listen, we're offering you 1, they're going to offer you 3, have a chat, and if you still want to come, just give us a call. So I came up and seen Peter and signed, and probably best move I made.
Yeah, the rest is history, as they say. Just tell me where this football club sort of sits in your heart. What does it mean to you?
Oh, it's right at the very, very top. I know other people say different things, but this football club, for a couple of reasons. One, love playing at the baseball ground. Supporters, fantastic. Especially for myself, but also for the rest of the players. Played with some really, really good players when I first came. Like Archie Kemmel. What a player. He had Archie, without him knowing and without me knowing at the time, massive influence on my football career and me everyday life. How Archie lived his life and how he played football. So massive fan of Archie, but also as well. I was just speaking to Sam about our daughter was born in the City Hospital, which I still have nightmares about, because when Jill, the wife, went into labour, it was a day of a game, went into labour about 12 o'clock lunchtime. We're playing Manchester City at baseball ground in the afternoon, and I'm stuck going, and Jill's going, it's okay, I'll go to the hospital, and I've come to the game. And seriously, it haunts me, because I shouldn't have done that. I should have went with that. Fortunately, we played Manchester City. I think we won 3-2, and I managed to get to the City Hospital, where I have to give a shout out to the staff and everything at the City Hospital. Looked after Jill, and Jessica was born. So at 8 o'clock at night. So I was fortunate, but it haunts me. That I was stuck between: do I play, or do I go and see the birth of our daughter? So as you can gather, fantastic memories, and it's always great to come back. And I think the biggest thing for me is seeing a Derby County supporter come in and buy the football club and save the football club, and we see, or you guys see more than I do, the amount of work that's going in behind the scenes to make it a fantastic football club again.
I wanted to ask you about David Klaus. How does it feel when the owner of the football club says that you, Bobby Davison, are one of his favourite players of all time?
Oh, well. Firstly, it makes you proud, and I think secondly, I just mentioned off mic that me and David had about 2 months ago a sit down in his garden and had a coffee and a chat about them days. But yeah, to have somebody sort of enjoyed the time I was at Derby County, and for David and his family to purchase the club, it's probably it's an honour that he enjoyed me playing for Derby.
You joined the club and had tremendous success, climbing up the divisions with Derby. Do you see many similarities between the time that you arrived at Derby and sort of the time that we're at the moment with Paul Warne now in charge?
Very similar, isn't it? I think it's very similar, where nearly going out of business, a supporter, David, comes in, keeps the football club going, invests in the football club. Then obviously Derby's had to build a team, get the results to try and climb the table, get out of the division, get into the next division, and far as I can see, from a bit of a distance, is we're doing a great job. But I think also, just looking at the results the other day, before I came down to watch the Burton game, just see that similarities about, I think, the mentality of the Derby players have to realise that they're the big hitters in this league. So everybody in this league wants to beat Derby County. Everybody wants to come to Pride Park.
Was that the same for you?
It was the same for us, because we were the big hitters in the lower leagues, and every game was, I know it's a cliche, but every game was a cup final. But I think some players will realise that, some players won't. So some players need little reminders, and hopefully, and I think they have. I think they've got a lot of leaders on the field as well. So any players who take the foot off the gas get told, and rightly so. We had that. Archie Gemmell, Rob Hindmarsh, people like that. Stevie Powell when he played, would tell you if you're not putting a shift in, they will let you know.
Bobby, great to see you as always. Thanks for your time.
Always a pleasure.